Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Time for serious business. I'm here with Gordon, the next Uganda Basketball Federation president. I'm being honest. I mean, Gordon, very, very good to have you in the studio tonight. I've been part of the Basketball League for quite some time. I mean, I've grown through in the Basketball League. I've seen how good it was. I mean, the struggles and everything. I've been part of it. I won't lie to you. You have ambitions of becoming the next basketball president. I mean, the current one is doing a very good job, no matter what. I mean, as a leader, there'll always be opposition. He has done a good job. I mean, the people who are going to say he has not done a good job. Ambrose Tashobia was the former basketball president. He also did a very good job. I was also told Mr. John Simba, the late John Simba, was also a federation president. Brilliant job, of course. They're going to be haters. Gordon, talk about the league right now in comparison to the past in terms of development.
Well, in principle, what you said they're going to be haters, but I don't think we need to look at them as haters. I think we need to look at them as enthusiasts to the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that said, I mean, no one is born 8 years old. Yeah, so you've got to be born. Then you have 1 year, then 2 years, and 3 years. And I think we're going through that transition as a sport, from UBA to FUBA, and there's all these changes that are happening, and they're happening for the good of the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, recently teams are going to be able to play home and away.
Yeah.
It has not been there before.
What do you mean?
Home and away. I mean,
back then it wasn't there.
Back then, like you'd play
round robin.
Bushcourt would play Miracle at YMCA, and Miracle would play Bushcourt at YMCA. Yeah. But now we're heading into a place of, for example, I'll use Res Life and JT.
Yeah.
Res Life will play JT at JT, and JT will play Res Life at JT, and I think those are positive moves forward. Now, the question now will be, okay, now we can play home and away, but what's the benefit in that? Yeah, how are you going to call on two sponsors? Because all this mileage that we're going to get as a sport is going to come through sponsors.
Yes.
Yeah, people who need to be sold out there. So, Veg, of course, small teams like Veg.
Okay, small teams like Veg, keep going.
Big teams like Buckley.
Keep going. I'm going to say anything.
Are you offended?
I'm not. I'm not going to distract you this time. Just
are you offended?
Keep saying.
Okay.
I'm not.
It's okay if you're offended. I can.
No. Keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So of course, small teams like Veg who don't have grounds cannot get grounds. But the principle is that if Jetty as a team, or as Res Life as a team, let me use Res Life because it's the team that I come from. If Res Life as a team can onboard sponsors and give them actual mileage, that when a sponsor comes through for Res Life, they can get sales from supporting Res Life.
Yeah.
That is how we're going to be able to grow the sport further, because I mean, the sport itself on its own in a cocoon cannot make money without the funds.
Yeah.
Now, if the funds can come in, which is going to be done so well, and well, I credit the ESCOM now for being able to allow this, is that we're going to be able to sell the sport away from YMCA, from Lugogo, from Abja.
Yeah.
Yeah? Now, Abja, Namblazers, is going to be able to sell its games. Some of the problems that we have is that you get a sponsor, but they'll say, but you're only in specific places. Can I be able to sell in Entebbe? Can I sell in Gulu?
Yeah.
Can I sell in Kayabwe? Can I sell in Mukono? Can I sell in Chira? Can I sell in Jinja? Can I sell in Mbale? And I think that's where the part of the regional leagues comes in. We're going to be able to sell the sport outside Kampala, because basketball is an elite sport.
Yeah.
It's for Lord, I forget that word for educated people.
Corporate.
The corporate, no, not the corporates, but I forget it. If I get it, I'll bring it back. But it's a sport for the elite, yeah?
Yeah.
But we need to be able to take it outside the elite people.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for us, it's not easy for you to put up a basketball court. It's not easy.
Yeah.
You need a lot of money for you to be able. Unlike soccer,
where
where
just get a
guys
pitch and
can
everything.
guys can come here and play here.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but you need a hoop. You need a hoop.
Yeah.
It's not easy for basketball, and I think sometimes we say, oh, such and such is happening but we forget like the basic of the sport is, first of all, you need to have the court.
Yeah.
Then you have the court, you have the hoop. Okay, when you have the court, you have the hoop, but then you need the players.
Yeah.
And then you need to train the players. I think it's very easy.
It's costly.
Other sports get it easy
compared to
because
basketball.
they can set up almost volleyball.
Yeah.
You can set up anywhere.
Just put
Cricket,
the poles and nets.
you can just show up.
Yeah.
Soccer, you can just show up. But basketball.
Yeah. Then another thing is we have been, like I told you, I've been part of the Basketball Federation for quite some time. And one challenge we are facing is a sponsor. I think the last biggest sponsor we had was MTN, then Airtel, then Castle Lights. But it was not that recognized like the way MTN and Airtel were recognized. Why are we struggling to get a sponsor? Yet our product is big.
Like I said earlier.
And I'm not putting you on the spot.
Yeah,
Apologies.
No. It is well. It is well. It's good for the sport. Sport with R. But in my opinion, I think where we're headed now, we're going to be able to convince these sponsors that we can sell you outside, because previously, you know, I mean, if everybody's coming to watch basketball at Logo or YMCA, so you're not getting mileage, you're getting for the same people. But if Falcons, oh no, not Falcons,
Vegetarians.
I'm tripping, it's okay. If Falcons is going to play Buckley, and they're going to play Buckley at their home, where is the Falcons' home?
It's main ground or pool courts. Makere, okay, let me see Makere. Yeah.
Okay. And then Buckley will play Falcons in Makere. That is 2 sets of fans.
Yeah.
You understand? Now, when the Buckley fans hook on, now they're going to play Veg at Bishop Cipriano. You understand?
Yeah.
And that's the matrix of it all, that we need to be able, if someone is coming on board to sponsor us, they need to be getting more than just what they get from Logogo and YMCA. Yeah? And that is the direction we're taking.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that we have started on that path.
Yeah.
We may not be already there, but we are on the path to the...
Yeah, then one last question. I mean, the honest truth is referees, management of the federation build the sport or break the sport. I don't know if you agree. I mean, I'll talk about Nigeria. Their basketball federation was disbanded. Is that correct English?
Yeah.
Yeah,
was it because of referees?
No, it was not because of referees. Poor management. The referees, we had the chair, we had Presdo, we had Sandy, we had Manano. We had those referees, old school referees. Right now, we have young referees coming into the game right now. Of course, they have to grow. They have to grow. After every game, after games, there are critics, the referee did this. At the end of the day, they blame the referees for the outcome of the game, which is totally wrong. Win your game and do not blame the referees. If you use the referees as an excuse, that means you are not prepared. How are we going to help these referees with time? Are we going to let them grow slowly? Or, I mean, I don't know how to put it. I hope I've not answered myself.
I don't know, but I think, well, you mentioned Presdo, Sandy. Time and tide waits for no man. But I also want to say that for very many of these games where we blame the referees, very many teams, managers or coaches forget the turnovers. Yeah, the bad plays that they had, the bad shots that they had.
Yeah.
Granted, we have games where a referee will make a bad call.
Yes.
And it's a crucial call.
And I have a problem because I don't think the referees are held accountable. I've not heard of referee suspensions and it's put out on social media, like press release, this referee was suspended for this game because of such and such a call. It happens. I mean, we're very big soccer lovers. In Africa, we love the Premier League.
We was suspended
from African Cup for some mistakes. In the Premier League, it happens a lot. In the NBA, it happens a lot. Our referees are not held accountable because we know they are growing. Let's give them time. But at the end of the day...
Well, you're putting me on the spot here, but...
I'm sorry.
In my own opinion, I think everybody, like as a team manager, you're a coach before.
And a manager.
You know that if Vinny takes a first shot and he misses it, he has to be held accountable for that, yeah? And unfortunately for us, I did not know if we have the systems in place to do that. Or whether, I do not know whether we're just lax or that we don't have the systems in place.
Yeah.
But I would think that in an ordinary system, a functional system, would have a place where they say, oh well, wait, Vinny, you made 10 bad calls.
Yeah.
That team lost by 2.
Yeah.
Without your 10 bad calls, they probably would have won by 3.
Yeah.
And I think we need to go to a place where everybody is held accountable. I mean, even you yourself, in your own life, you need to hold yourself accountable to the things that you do. Yeah. You can't come here for this show and then you come here at 6 p.m. And then you say the show was supposed to start at 2 p.m. Yeah, we need to be held accountable. We need to hold ourselves accountable for all these things, and there should be consequences for the mishaps that are due to us. But that said, I think the referees, as they are, we will blame them, but in principle, if you look at all these games, you will not find that the ref has done probably 5 bad calls.
Yeah, I agree.
And then you look at your team. They have, if you look at your team, they probably have 29 turnovers.
30 turnovers.
Yeah, you know? So you can't blame the 5 bad calls on the ref vis-a-vis your 30 turnovers. And I think the problem is that all of us are in a hurry to blame somebody.
I mean, whenever we fail,
the ref is to blame for their 5 bad calls. They should be held accountable. But also as a team, what are we doing as individuals to
get better?
To avoid all those turnovers.
Then last question, of course, based on the referees and the game itself, are we going to have VAR in basketball very soon? Of course, in the Ugandan league. I know it's outside there. What about our local league here? Oh, that's too much. I'm asking for too much. Because it will reduce on the errors by the referees. Teams are allowed to make some challenges, and that will really help. Crucial challenges.
Okay, so what will help with well, we can have the VAR, but what will help with the errors by the team?
No, that one is on them. They need to work on it.
I know it's internal. It's internal, but why are we looking to fight the refs' errors before we fight our own errors? I mean, if we still have teams making 20 turnovers, 30 turnovers a game.
You're still dodging my question.
I'm not dodging the question. I'm saying, yes, we can have the VAR, but the most important part is that can we hold, if you want equity, you have to be equitable yourself. Okay? Don't come here turning over, throwing the ball outside the boards, throwing the ball off court, and then the ref doesn't call one foul, and you're like, I lost that game because of that foul. No, you lost that game because of all the shit that you have done throughout the game. But to go back to the point, like, it's important that we get to that point where we can be able to recall to overturn calls. We can be able to overturn calls. But that calls for finances. That calls for equipment. Where I do not think we're yet there.
I mean, Depend is here, and we're ready.
Depend wants money. Colleagues.
No, good on lastly, before we head out, I just want you to make this brief. Top 5 local players, Uganda basketball history, and top 5 internationally.
For me?
Yeah.
Damn.
So let's go international, top 5.
We start international?
Yeah,
ever?
Yeah.
In position or just
no, just 5?
5, Michael Jordan.
That's number 1, of course.
Number 2, Kobe.
Number 3.
Number 3, LeBron James. Number 4, Bill Russell.
Okay.
Number 5, Wilt.
Will Chamberlain.
Yeah.
And then locally,
Komakech Ben.
tribalism.
Tribalism? How? Komakech is from like, well, like he's from here and I'm from
no,
the
I agree. Komakech Ben Badman. That's number
Komakech
1.
Ben. Ken Baliejusa.
Number 2.
Omoni.
I was waiting. That's number 3. Number 4.
Number 4, Henry.
Of course. Tribalism again.
What do you mean tribalism?
Number 5. Tribalism
No.
from Deje. Number 5.
No, not from DJ, man. Man, Henry is a bad guy.
Number
guy.
5. Oh, no, I agree. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Norman Blake.
Thank you. Well deserved. Then before we wrap this up, I just want you to look at the viewers outside there and tell them something inspirational or something.
Or something. What?
Inspirational. I mean, last words for the viewers.
I'm not good for motivational speaker, but in the sense of basketball as it is, I think we are on a journey. We know where we're going, but we're trying to fit pieces in place to get us where we're going. And the leadership that we've had has done what they could in their capacities. But there's still so much to do. And I feel that on our journey there, we need a couple of ropes to help us get there. It's different if you have one rope, Vinny, you're going up one rope and that person lets go. That rope will be, you're going back down.
Yeah.
But if you have 10 ropes intertwined, if one of those people or 3 people let go, you can still climb up. So we need all hands on board. We need everybody who has the capacity to help us. And life as it is today is, okay, I have the capacity, but what am I getting in return?
Yeah.
Our job as basketballers, Vinny, you, the camera guys, everybody who is in love with basketball, is how do we help the people that are helping us to grow? Yeah. Vinny, you don't want to give me 200 million, and I'm giving you 10 million in return.
Yeah.
I mean, you need probably 600 million or 1 billion in return.
Yeah.
So the focus for us as basketballers, as a game, as a sport, is how do we make it better for the people that are giving us the money, for the people that are growing the sport to benefit from us.
Yeah.
I think that's the core question, and once we have answered that, then we're going to grow by miles and bounds.
Yeah. Man, Gordon, thank you so much. I think we have come to the end of this show.
Yeah, but
I hope...
Vinny can't shoot.
Vinny can't shoot. I hope when I invite you next time, you're going to come, because we still have a lot to discuss. I mean, we missed a lot of topics because of time.
Yeah, I know, I understand. Yeah.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been episode 8. I've been your host, Vinny Jura, aka The Mamba. Do not forget that. Special thanks to Cooper Chimney for making this happen. We'll definitely see you next time. Have a good weekend.
Kobe could shoot.